Good evening, and welcome. Welcome to another episode of Around the Table. I am your host, Apostle Alicia George, and I am excited, as I am every Friday night, to come and sit with you around the table. Guess what? I want to know what you're drinking tonight, because guess what I have tonight? I have me some iced tea tonight. So we're going to be in a place tonight. I promise you, I have a fantastic guest. You're going to enjoy this interview that I am going to bring to you. So I don't want you to get thirsty in the midst and get up and have to leave. So go ahead right now, grab you some water or whatever it is that you would like, because it's Friday night and it's time for Around the Table. And as always, please share it out. We are broadcasting on YouTube only tonight. Instagram just failed me. Have no idea what's going on, but guess what? The show must go on. So we're going to go ahead with YouTube and we're going to get started tonight because I cannot wait. I cannot wait to introduce this awesome woman that is coming up tonight. So let me just check two things here. I want to make sure you see that the banner is running across the stage. That tells you that you can be a guest at any time, because Around the Table is a place for coaches, it's a place for authors, it is a place for entrepreneurs, and it's a place for speakers and small business owners. So if you want to become a part of the show, just go ahead and DM me and let me get all of the information out to you so that you could book your time and your space on Around the Table. Ooh, on Friday night, I realized that you could be doing anything else. Anything else. But I am so often intrigued when you make a decision to come and spend your time with me. I just want to tell you of one minor glitch for now, because I know you all had been looking for me a couple of weeks. I got a couple of inboxes. My Facebook page was hacked. And that's why you're not seeing me on Facebook. That's why you had not been able to connect with me on Facebook. And I have to wait for a certain period of time for my new Facebook page to kick in before I could broadcast on Facebook. So just indulge me right now and enjoy watching us on YouTube. And guess what? We are now a part of CTR Network, which means you can actually go to your Roku channel on television, go to CTR Network, and you can see us on television. We are on several different channels. We're over 1,300 homes we go into, and 13,000 homes we go into and elsewhere. So go watch us on your television channel. This is messing up and I'm not going for it tonight. We are not doing this. So let me just go right ahead and bring my awesome, wonderful guest up, and we're going to start this conversation tonight. Dr. Kim.
Hi, Dr. Apostle Alicia.
How are you this evening, my dear?
You know what? I am doing well. I wrote down what I had to do today. I'm pretty happy with what I got done. And
Good.
so I'm doing well.
Good. So you actually had your to-do list and you worked on your to-do list. That is so important to stay organized and keep
Yes.
ourselves moving as we should. And sometimes when we don't have a guide, we're all over the place. So I'm glad that you were able to be happy with
Thank
what you
you.
accomplished. I
Thank
have
you.
some iced tea. I don't know if you have something to drink. But let me tell you, where I am in Apple Valley, California, it's over 100 degrees.
Oh,
And so there's no way I was going to come on up in here and sit with nothing to drink and then my throat get dry and
yes.
lose this fabulous conversation that we are about to have. I
Yes.
never ask my guests for our auto bio.
Mhm.
And so tonight, you get to tell them who you are in your
Uh,
own words, whatever it is you want to say
really?
to the listening audience. So go ahead, Dr. Kim. Please introduce yourself to our audience tonight.
Okay, it's going to be short. And as far as the audience, I'm so glad you're here. And if you are signed in, stay. Stay,
Yes.
because you're
Yes.
going to see yourself in this interview. My name is Dr. Kimberly Ventus Starks, and for about 25 years, I flew to 18 cities per month, and I had my own tour, and it was wonderful. I'm glad I did it, but I also was very, very, very exhausted.
Mm.
Um, I also do ghostwriting. I write books for people, and I'm also a best-selling author. And but what I wanted to say is that for the listening audience, I am a purpose identifier. So I'm able, if I sat with you, I would be able to point out your gifts and what to do, and where you need to go and who you need to stay away from, and
Mhm.
also even the strategies of the enemy to keep you where you're at. So that's what I do. That's what
A
I do.
purpose identifier. That is
Mhm.
just such an awesome thing to be able to do. Listen, that's because I had on here that I looked up some things. I knew that you were a best-selling author. I
Mhm.
also knew that you were a ghostwriter. Tell us the name of a couple of the books that you've written.
The one that I'm called about every single day, they keep telling me is awesome. Is are you spiritually exhausted?
Ooh.
That one, yeah. I mean, are you spiritually exhausted? And then we go in that book about things that are just every day that makes you spiritually exhausted. And I'll just share one of them. One of them, Dr.
Okay.
Alicia,
Okay. Okay.
is unfinished business. Okay. To whereas if you have something to do but it's unfinished, if it's
Yes.
important, it's going to weigh on your spirit, and you're going, oh, I got to get it done. It brings stress and it weighs on your spirit. And so sometimes it's better to not even put it down. Sometimes it's better not to do it and then it being unfinished, because that stays in your mindset. So
Yes.
unfinished business tends to be something we don't talk about, but
Uh-huh.
it also is a thing that we tend to focus on, and it also can cause you not to be as intimate with Christ.
That is so good. And I really truly received that because Unfinished Business is chapter number 4 of a book that I'm going to release
Mm,
in October. So I
okay.
truly, truly, truly understand when we speak about things that we need to go ahead and stop procrastinating
Yes.
and complete. Do
Yes.
like you did. Make a list of those things that we may need to take care of so we could step into that place and not have unfinished business. That is so good.
Isn't that good?
Like, yeah,
Dr. Alicia, let me say this also. It may not help anyone else, but for me, knowing what I'm going to do the next day sets me up, and
yes,
knowing what I'm going to do first. So I usually do the thing that I don't want to do first, but going to bed knowing what my day is going to look like, what
yes.
I'm going to be doing is so key, because if I don't know and if I don't write it down, Dr. Alicia, it doesn't get done.
It doesn't get done, and it can become overwhelming trying
Yes.
to keep up. So I totally, totally understand. I don't know what's going on. It's showing that Instagram is on, but it's not showing on my page. I'm not going to worry about it because we know next week this is going to be broadcast on CTR network, which I am affiliated with, and we'll get everything that we need at that time. But listen, I'm gonna dive in right here and
Okay.
ask you a few questions that I have because I want people to know exactly who this purpose identifier is and
Mhm.
what it is she does and why she does what she does. So, Dr. Kim, why purpose?
You know what? I really, Alicia, it just started being something that I knew I was good in, as far as helping people. Because one thing about it, Dr. Alicia, many times we're stuck in the middle. And what I mean by that, we know we were created for something great, but we
Uh-huh.
don't know how to get to the other side and do it. And so I purpose always have just kind of come in and out of my life. When I was 7 years old, I was speaking to the walls in my room, and and then I started asking about my purpose, and then I remember God bringing it back to me, to whereas you know it's already in you. You were doing it at 7, 8, and 9. And
Yes.
so I find I love helping people define their purpose and also help them to integrate it in their life now. Because without that, we tend to be empty. And emptiness will disguise itself as many things: loneliness, anger, revenge. Emptiness can look like many things, but we tend to be empty when we're not fulfilling our purpose because we know we're supposed to be doing something great.
Yes, yes, we know, and we are not doing what we're supposed to do.
Right, right.
Oh, well, why with all the things that you have going on, all the things that you can talk about,
Mhm.
how important was it for you to choose to speak about purpose?
You know what? Again, Dr. Alicia, you know, I I I know that I'm gifted in that area, therefore I have pursued that area. But I mean, I remember when God told me about my purpose, and He said evangelism, but not necessarily to the saved. And that's when I started the Dr. Kim's tour, and I would go to 18 cities a month. And I didn't talk about purpose very much at all, but I knew that that was a season for me, and I knew that I was doing what I needed to do. And
Wow.
I just, Dr. Alicia, it's so natural for me to see somebody at Walgreens and talk to them for 5 minutes and say, look, this is your purpose. This is your success. This, somewhere around this, is what you need to do. It's very natural for me. And I need to realize that it is a gift. And so purpose is very, very, very important, especially now with so many changes in our world and how scary it is. I mean, the
Mhm,
only
mhm.
thing a lot of times that can keep you going is your purpose. I want to say one more thing.
Go ahead.
One of the things that is so interesting, Dr. Alicia, is that when you're not doing your purpose and you are doing a whole bunch of other things, but not your purpose, you will get exhausted.
Wow.
But
Wow.
when you are walking in where you're supposed to do and
Yes.
how then it will feed you and give you energy.
Well, you know what? That leads me right into what I want to
Okay.
ask you. Um, Going to 18 cities a month. Oh my God.
I did.
How did you keep up with that? Was it because you were in purpose?
Was it because I was what now?
In purpose.
I knew. A lot of times we know that it's God when it's so easy, when it just fits. And it's like, Father, this is you.
Mhm.
And so I knew at that time, that season, that I was supposed to go out and motivate. And it was, I usually tell people, you are paying me to travel. You're not necessarily paying me to speak to you, you're
Yeah.
paying me to travel. And so, what happened, let me give you an example, is that maybe I would start out in Washington, D.C., and then that night go to Arlington, Virginia. And then
Okay.
every day I would go to a different city.
I see. I see. Within the same, not yes, because
Yeah.
I
So
know in
go
my
ahead.
other life I was a in the cosmetic industry and
Hmm,
I
hmm.
traveled a lot. And when you're young, you it's seamless to do it. And sometimes I sit back and I think, how did I do all of that
Yes.
of traveling?
Right.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm going on tour next year and I'm booked once a month for 6 months somewhere. And you're talking about 18 cities. Oh
Ooh.
no,
Yeah.
once a month in a different city for me is just fine. I am going to enjoy going out and doing that and being the vision coach that I am and teach
Yes.
them healing from emotional enemies. Listen, you are watching Around the Table. I'm your host, Apostle Dr. Alicia George, and my guest this evening is the awesome, awesome Dr. Kim. And we are talking about purpose. She is going to ignite your purpose, and she has some things coming up that we're going to
Mhm.
talk about. So don't you go anywhere other than going to get you something to drink if you did not listen to me prior, because we want to make sure that in these days that we're in, that you're not wasting time, that you are
Oh,
actually doing what you're called to do, and that's purpose. So, Dr. King, what have been your personal journey? What has your personal journey been like through purpose?
Um, like I said, Dr. Apostle Alicia, I knew very early in life my purpose. I just knew it. And so I went and I was a contractor, so I was not employed by this one place, but I went and and I spoke and I had no idea what I was talking about. And everyone in that is like 134 people, and everybody in there was smarter than I was. But I ended up getting the very first day out, never listened to a motivational speaker because
Mhm.
I remember when I was going to go out and speak and I asked God, oh my gosh, I need to listen. And it was so clear. I will teach you. I will teach you. And so and I know that was God and he taught me. And I will teach you. And I think that I don't know, I have to pray about it, Apostle Dr. Alicia, that it really took me away from what is out there and
Mhm.
I allowed the Father to teach me.
Yes.
I apologize. But I I need to ask the Father for balance because I know that I can be taught by many people. Not maybe not the way that I speak,
Mhm.
but I need to probably get back into somebody teaching me and let me learn.
Yeah. Recently, one of my coaches was having a conversation with me and a group of women, and
Yes.
one of the things that she said is that we need to stop chasing balance and
Yes.
learn how to move in harmony.
Mm.
She said, because all the things that you're called to do, when they start to complement each other and fit in with each other, they start to work in harmony. And so you no longer feel like you need to create balance. And that really released me from some things. I
Yes.
started to look differently at the things that I chose to do and how I fitted them together to make them work. I want to put up real quickly this banner, and then I want you to talk about it.
Okay.
This banner, it says purpose. You will be empty until you do it. Top Christian
Yes.
leaders share how to stop their mind drama, break through emotional blocks, and live in purpose today, because this is something awesome that you're doing. And I want you to tell the listening audience what this is all about.
Great. Um, August 12th is going to be virtual. I am doing a summit and it's going to launch on August 12th. We have all type of top experts on what you need to do to get in your purpose. And so, I mean, we go into how menopause can stop your purpose,
Mhm.
how your upbringing can stop your purpose, a fear of being awesome can stop your purpose. To whereas I find, Dr. Alicia, that when you are really, really young, the enemy already knows how to target you based on your purpose. And so
Mhm.
we might see a little of that when we're young, but after a while, life happens. Circumstance happens. And the whole idea of purpose does not see, it's not that. I mean, you can walk in your purpose if you want to, but if I decided now I'm not going to walk in my purpose, I know that the Father would be disappointed, but it would, I could do it. Yeah, I could walk in, I can walk out of my purpose. So I think there's going to be a link. Is that
Yes,
true?
I have a link that I can put up here right
Yes.
now.
Yes.
This particular link,
Yes.
this link would help you to register,
Yes.
correct? If you
Yes.
go to this link right now, you can register to be a part of this awesome, and I keep hearing this word, purposeful purpose.
Purposeful purpose.
Yes. And that is, I am excited that I'm going to be a part of it.
Yes.
Excited that you asked me to be
Yes.
to contribute to this. So listen, go hit this link and register.
It's free.
It's absolutely
Yeah.
free, no charge. and the benefits that you're going to get from it is going to be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there is the link also. Dr. Kim has a link up. This one will take you directly
Yes.
to the place where you need to go and register. So let's make sure that you don't miss out on an opportunity that can change your life, that
Right.
can open up your mind, and you can understand that maybe right now you're not fulfilling your purpose, but listening to these speakers that are going to come, these leaders, that it'll give you some insight into finding yourself, getting into purpose so you could be purposeful.
That's
Dr.
so
Kim,
good. Yes.
listen, the summit is how many days?
Okay, so the summit is going to be like, I'm going to have 2 speakers every day. So the
Okay,
summit will be like 10, 11 days. And so
okay,
they will have 24
awesome.
hours. Yeah.
Yeah,
So they will have an option and they can watch the 2 speakers. And then
okay.
I also show them or tell them what I got out of it.
Uh,
I mean, I know for you emotional enemies and that and I know you didn't say this, but many times our emotions become our enemy.
yes,
And yeah. And
yes.
and so it's going to be like 10 days and it's going to be the interview and they're going to take you step by step of what they did and that we have some people that were homeless and yet they start one of the things Dr. Alicia that I found when we were talking is that sometimes your challenges activate your purpose. It's like you would never be in your purpose if it wasn't for what has happened to you, what hurt you, what you
Yes,
didn't understand.
yes.
And so, I say that that God is good. And I also right now with so many unknown things, we need to feel confident in something. Because what I realize, Dr. Alicia, is that your purpose is the place where you will have success.
Uh-huh.
If you're in your purpose, you're gonna see the fruit. And one of the things that I also do is first there's like a cleaning out, of forgiveness, grudge,
Come on,
people
come on.
you shouldn't be
Resentment,
around,
all
right?
that's,
Your
yes,
mind, all
yes,
of that. And then
yes.
we go through the process of this is why you were created.
Yes, that is
And
so good.
then, Dr. Alicia, we go into options of how you can make money with your purpose. And I think that the timing of this is very good because we know AI is out there and coming fast. But I'm a master I'm able to brand and I'm a master at it to where you can create your own way and make money and it cannot be repeated by AI because it's exclusively yours.
Yes.
So it's going to be like 10 days and um
And it's
and it's
all virtual.
all virtual, completely free,
Hmm.
and whatever you're going through. And then you might say, well, I'm exhausted, I don't have enough time. Well, I mean, I get it, but I also understand that the busier you are, the more you can get done.
Yes,
I mean, honestly,
yes,
I mean,
yes,
I would pick somebody busy because then they can do it.
yes.
And it's just when it comes to our purpose, especially right now, we need to make it a priority because again, there is something that you have that is your success. When I do this, I'm successful. When I act like this, I'm successful. It's a
Yes.
gift from God that
God.
He has given you. Find out what you are successful in.
Wow, that is so awesome. What
Yes,
is the exact name of the virtual event?
yes.
What is the
It's
name?
sure. It says it's purpose. You will be empty without it.
It
Yeah, you will be
purpose.
empty without it.
You will be empty without
Without it.
it, or
Yeah.
until you do it.
Until you do it. Until you
Until
do
you
it.
do it.
Right. You will
Yes,
be empty until
yes,
you do it. And it's
yes.
already in you. Now it might have maybe it's under a bunch of stuff, and maybe you don't even believe it. But I love helping people create money and confidence through walking into exactly what they were supposed to do. Because even if you are a speaker, your way of demonstrating your purpose is very different from how I do it. And so we all have a space for us. And especially now, Dr. Alicia, when we talk about the unknown. Well, you're right. All around us, there's unknown, but let's get known about us. I mean, walk in it now. It's so important now. I mean, it's like we're out of control as far as what's going to happen, but don't be out of control within yourself. I mean,
Mhm.
know where you're at, know why this happened, and understand why that happened. And more than likely, it is because it was supposed to connect to your purpose. I want to say one more thing, Dr. Alicia, is that one of the things that I teach, and I find this to be so true, that our blessing is our curse and our curse is our blessing.
Ooh.
Usually what we are gifted in, we don't like, other people don't like us, and it can cause problems if you don't grab it. Well, why do you always do that? Why are you always cleaning? Why do you have to take so long? Well, they may have a spirit of excellence.
Yes.
See, and so if you don't realize that you have a spirit of excellence, then you do look kind of crazy and going back and checking that and check to whereas we are just, God wants us to walk in what he has given us to walk in.
Amen.
And usually our purpose is something that has caused us pain. Because other people have picked up, why are you always doing that? Why are you always saying you're sorry? And sorry may not be a good word, but she may be gifted in serving others.
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
to
Yes.
whereas it's not supposed to be looked at as a curse or a downfall. I mean, understand where your success is. And that, especially with the unknown, Apostle Dr. Alicia, that have that to hold on to and
Yes.
make time. If you just knew what it was, I think you would learn how to work it in. That's one of the things that I do help people also with, to whereas working in their purpose, just bring it in your life, work it in. When I first I remember I had talked to God about my purpose. I knew that it probably was what it was when I was 7 or 8. But when I got a little bit older, I was like, God, what's my purpose? I kind of forgot that, singing and talking to the walls. And I never heard anything. That's Alicia. Then I was driving. I will never forget this day. I was driving on the expressway and I was talking to the Father. I'm like, where are you? I mean, you told me that this is what I'm supposed to do as far as my purpose. And instantly in my spirit, he
Mhm.
said, because I told him, I'm waiting on you. And then instantly in my spirit, he said, but I am waiting
Thing.
on you.
You. Yes. Oh, that is so good.
Isn't that good? Isn't that
Yes.
good? And and
Yes.
and and basically, what I learned is I don't have to have a stage to fulfill my purpose. I mean, he was like, go to the grocery shop and speak to everyone that you connect to. I mean, I don't care if they're white, they're black, they're old, they're young. Just be it.
Billy
Walk
on
in
stage.
it.
Yes.
And all the time, let it be, because I've given you that, and that is your energy source. And that is where you're successful. So a lot of times when I look back on my life and things did not work out, it's
Hmm.
because I was not active
In your
in my
purpose.
purpose.
Amen. Listen, this is Around the Table, the #1 talk show. I'm speaking that into existence.
Yes,
And
yes.
I want to invite you, if you're looking at this on YouTube, to please go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Mhm.
Go ahead. I have a goal that within the next that I am going to have at least 1,000 new subscribers.
It's
So,
awesome.
would you be one of them today? Go ahead and subscribe to this channel, as we're going to be coming through this channel for the next couple of months until we get back on track with our other social media outlets.
Hmm.
So right now, go ahead, subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is Boss Business Coaching, and you can view us through that. I have a couple more questions for you.
Good.
What are three things women need to know as they master their purpose? What are three things do you think that women need to know?
Okay. One of the things, and I wrote this in my newest book, is that if you are a people pleaser, you can't walk in your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you can't say no, and if you're afraid of who thinks this about you, there's no place for God, because he requires just the opposite. So
Yes.
as far as the people pleasing, and I do work with people as far as people pleasing, and we can also get that out of their life, because people don't want to people please, and they're like, but I just it's hard for me to say no. And so I help women say no based on their personality and fears. Okay.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So people pleasing is huge when it comes to walking in your purpose. And also I want to say that there's stages. There's stages. It's not all at once. You may not, and ask God for the creativity that you need to start it. I mean, you might be a speaker, but you might start out at writing a book. It's like, Father, help me know what to do, and show me how I can start defining my purpose in what I do. So the second thing, Apostle Doctor, is be open to anything and listen for God's prompting when it
Yeah.
comes to your purpose. And it may start out small. He might say, you're a writer, you're an author. And so you may not start out writing a book, but you might start out writing a column.
Come on. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so I think that a lot of times we expect, I mean, it's a process. It's a process. And then I also want to say that you, even your own family, may not understand you. I mean, you're going to come up against that. And if you need for people to understand, you don't understand yourself. I mean, I don't know about you, Dr. Alicia, but I don't understand myself. It's like, and I know that I'm kind of strange, and I know all that. And when I was young, I was trying to not be strange and all that, but now I know that that's
You
attached to my purpose.
you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are a unique specimen that God has created for
Thank
such a time
you.
as this. And those that people may see that as strange and different because they're not used to it.
Right.
But what I do want to go back to is when you talked about um, being a people pleaser. That is something that I touch on also in healing from emotional enemies. And I teach
Yes.
it from the perspective of that you said no, that no is absolutely a complete sentence.
Absolutely.
A complete sentence. You don't have to add on to it. You don't have to try to describe it to someone. If it is no, it is no. I teach people that you're not, the easiest way to learn how to say no is in finances. When
Mm.
you realize that you're not an ATM
Yes.
automatically transferring money, and
Yes.
you say no to that, you will find yourself being able to use that word no more often, more
Yes.
precisely, because if you can use it more often, it keeps you out of trouble. It keeps you
Yes.
in a place of really realizing that no means no. I don't have to add to it and I don't have to take away from it. So people pleasers usually have such tremendous difficulty saying no. And
Yes.
I really teach people to say no. That's one of the things I do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
And
that
and Apostle, and a lot of times we think we're being nice. It's like, you're not being nice. They don't look. If someone is rude to you, they have pre-select you to be rude to. I mean, it's
mm,
just simple as that. They've watched you. They've seen how you respond. They already know your answer. They are rude to you, but they would never be rude to Alicia.
mm,
So when someone's rude, and also, Dr. Alicia, many times what we do, we over explain. No is hard for people that have a problem with people pleasing. But if you still want to say no, but you want it a little bit easier on yourself, you could add a few words. No, I can't do that, John.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So people pleasing is one. Was other one?
Okay. So people pleasing was one. And then I talked about it comes in like a system. Don't expect everything to be right now.
Okay.
Okay. And then
Hmm.
also ask the Father to open and awaken your creativity. As far as, okay, I understand where I'm going, but teach me now to do something that is, exclusively yours, that you would be proud of. Teach me where I don't have any money yet, Father. So teach me what I can do until
Yes.
I get money. And I also, I think I kind of said this, but you really need to watch who you hang around.
Come on. Come on.
Right.
Listen. There is
Yeah.
a book that's called Find Your People.
Yes.
And when you find your people, you understand who you're supposed to be around and who you're not supposed to be around, because some of us cannot walk in purpose because they're those that come to derail our purpose. So
Yes.
keep going with that.
Right. And that is so true. And a lot of times, can I be honest? I know more people that'll hang around the wrong people, but they do it out of habit, and they do it because they're afraid to, but they don't even like them. It's like, I don't even like her. I don't like her, but
Mhm.
yes, I hang around her. Well, let me say this to you: if you don't like her, she probably don't like you
You
either.
yes, yes.
She
It's
don't
called
like you.
discernment.
She
Yes,
don't like you.
yes,
And you can always say, listen, we're going in two different directions. I love you. I'm here for you if you need me, but I'm going to separate for a while.
wow,
And it can just be that way. And I
yes,
wish you much success, and I love you. And then get out of there.
yes,
And I teach people not to pursue other people. They should be calling them all the time. You stop calling them. They'll get the message. Or
yes,
when you do respond on the phone, don't say a whole lot. Just kind of close in yourself,
yes.
and then
Sometimes silence is golden.
yes, they will figure out that. Hey, yeah. When they do something, don't sit there. Yeah, wow. Yeah, don't do that. To whereas be just be present and
Yes.
don't pursue them.
Uh-huh.
Usually, as women, I know it's time for us to go. um, Usually people pleasers tend to over explain,
Hmm.
you know, right. No, I can't do that. And this because I'm so sorry, but maybe I can next
No,
week.
no, no is a full
It
sentence.
really is.
With guess what? With a period after it.
Yes.
Makes it, yeah. But what I would like you to do again is just invite people to the upcoming event one more
Okay.
time, to the
Okay.
conference, the virtual. Just tell them whatever it is that you would like to share with them
Thank
concerning that
you.
coming up in the
Thank
next
you.
few days. August the 12th, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So, Dr. Alicia, thank you again for, inviting me to just say it. Listen, if you are in the middle, and if you know you have a purpose, God has plans for you, but you are allowing the world to dump on you, and you're not sure what your purpose is, you're not sure how to activate it, you're not sure what you should do, then sign up for this. Listen, it's completely free. We're going to do it for 10 days, and the interviews are only available for 24 hours. And you will find yourself in that summit. And just sign up. Even if you can't watch all of the interviews, dedicate yourself to that. Because, like I said, if you are not walking in the reason you were created, you are going to be empty, unhappy,
Wow.
and you're going to be looking for, what can I do? What's wrong with me? I'm just, and when we do things, that's not part of our gift. It exhausts us.
My gosh. My gosh.
Sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up for the summit.
Wow. It's going to be exciting. I am looking forward to when it airs. I am looking forward to listening to all the other speakers that are
Yes.
going to be a part of it. I want to say thank you so, so very much for being my guest this evening on Around the Table. We did what is called Table Talk tonight. And so I am just looking forward to when it starts. I know the promotions start on tomorrow. It is going to be absolutely life changing. It will open up your eyes to your purpose, and your mindset will shift
Mm,
and change to
yes.
who you are and who God is calling you to be.
Yes.
So please could you put your link back up one more time for us, Dr. Kim? Do you
I
have,
did not do that. I think you did it. I didn't
I
put the
did it?
link.
Oh,
Yes. You're
okay.
more powerful
Well,
than
I
what
don't
you
remember how I
realize.
did it, so I'm going to just not mess with
You
it.
yeah, you did it. You think you
Uh,
could do it again?
that was my link, but your
But
link,
you had my link.
I don't know how I put your link
That's
up there, what I did. Anyway, so we are going to move on, but please, 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 this is going to be such an important factor in your life. Listen, we are getting ready to go into a fourth quarter real soon. We have 2 more months, and we want to end the year strong with knowing who
mm,
we are, knowing who God has called us to be, walking in purpose and not in pain. So let's
yes.
work this out. Get ready. This is the link. You can register at this link. It's absolutely free. And we're looking forward to seeing you with us. Once again, make sure that you sign up for my YouTube channel, which
Mhm.
is Boss Business Coaching. And also, we are a part of CTR Network, and you are able to look at this on the Roku channel. So,
Awesome.
tonight, I just want to say God bless each and every one of you that took the time to come in and sit with me tonight. And sit with me tonight around the table. So I speak blessings over your life. Is there any last words that
I
you
just wanted to give them my website
okay?
and or my email. Okay. And if you want to email me, you can absolutely. Or if you're having problems getting into the summit, and I do coaching and all of that. My email is Dr. Kim, DRKIM, no periods, nothing. DRKIM at the Dr. Kim Experience. The Dr. Kim Experience.com. And I am excited for you. I'm excited so that you can walk in your success. And if you, even as far as getting a raise, be like, oh, she's awesome. Get an identifier.
Yes.
I mean, come on now, brand your gift so that it can work for you.
Okay. There's the link again. You can go and register at drkim.com. I am going to go ahead and add also her email address on the
Thank
bottom.
you.
There you go. So please go ahead, DM her, call
It's
her, Dr.
Doctor. It says
Kim
the
at
Doctor
her.
Ken. Can you make that
Oh,
an
I have
N? Yeah,
an N
yeah.
instead of an M. Okay,
Doctor Kim.
let's fix that.
Okay.
It's always a work in progress
Yes, it is.
whenever you are doing anything. And I am here for it tonight because I am going to replay this tomorrow on
Oh,
my YouTube channel. I'm going to replay tomorrow, and then next week it will be picked up by CTR Network. So once again, thank you so much for being my guest this evening. So ladies, listen, as my cousin Lorraine always says, have a great day today and a better one tomorrow, and I will see you next Friday. God bless
love
you.
you. Yeah,
Love you too.
love you, you guys. Okay. Thank